Okay, here we go. Tacitus. And it was about 25 years ago I read this. The history. 1. The beginning, to me, of the work is when Servius Galba was again and Titus Vinius were consuls. So this guy must have been consul for the first time, Servius Galba the second time. For after the city was founded, 820 years, this age of years, many authors have retouranted this story or this period. While the Republic, while memorabatur, while they reminisce, you might want to say, on the Roman Republic at this time with equal eloquence and freedom, they have thus retooled. Postquam. After the war at Actium, and all potency, all power, interest, okay, into est, the interest was to confer, the interest of peace was to confer all the power to unum, to one person. So great ingenious, this type of a great talent or something like that, cesseranted, ceased. So the writers have changed now. At the same time, veritas was infracta. Truth was broken in many ways, pluribus modus. The first way of these pluribus moduses are the inscita. It's like a disknowledge or not enough knowledge of the Republic, and it's alien. Okay, so it seems a bit foreign and they weren't experts on it. But soon, with the lust, the libine of assenting or flattering, agreeing, that sort of thing. Or again, with a hatred adversus the dominantes, against their masters, the people who are in control. We see that there with the ius. Ita, so thus, the cura, the care or responsibility of something. Neutris, so there's neutral. Posterity, that means future generations, etc. Between the infensos, these are the defenseless people or the innocent, and the obnoxious are the guilty people. So what this little section here looks like, so the future cares between these two groups. Again, these are the flatterers and the people with hate. But easily, in adverse scriptors, these are scriptors who are writing against ambition or favoritism, but they accept with their ears prone, with their bent forward ears, if they're dealing with livor, which is hate and spite, and obtractations, which is insults. So it looks like you easily turn away from favourable authors to have prone ears, ready ears to listen to historians who speak about hatred or something. Quippy. Since this foul crime of adulation is for those in servitude, this false appearance of liberty in est, it's in malignity. So basically, if you're flattering, you're in servitude, but there seems to be some appearance of liberty when you can malign someone or speak against them. Mihi, to me, Galba, Otho, and Vitellius, no quis or ets used, neither were any beneficial thing nor an injury. Cogniti, so that's plural. These three people, it was not known to help or injure Tacitus. Dignitatem nostram, and it's incohatem by Vespasian. So it looks like his social climate, his dignitatem, his honours in serving in public. So this nostram must be singular. Looks like his political career inchoated. It began with Vespasian. It was auctam, increased, female verb, female noun, by Titus. And it was provected even further. It was brought even further by Domitian. Non abnuo. Abnuo means to deny. So he's, Tacitus is not denying that he was influenced by these emperors here at all, beginning with him, increasing with him, and getting drawn up further. Sed incorruptum fidem, but an uncorruptible loyalty to those who profess, because that's dative. Neither is anyone, quizquam be the subject, neither is anyone without hate and not without love, dicendus est. The S means it must be done, so it must be spoken, so someone must speak without hatred and without love if you're going to have an incorruptible recording or so of history, I'm guessing. Because if life suppedits, if life supplies it, or if there is life, what have we got? The Principatum, this is the empire ship of divine Nerva, and the Imperium, the rule of Trajanus, whatever he was, is more uber aurea, more well supplied, fertile, and wealthier, and secure material. Okay, so he's still going through the different emperors here, what it was like under them. I'll place aside to this senectitude, which is old age. So he's going, if his life's going to supply it basically. Separating his life is we've had the beginning up here before, the increase and a long age perfected, and in his old age, there was a rare felicity of the time. There was a rare blessing of this time, when to sense whatever you wanted, you could feel whatever you wanted, and which things you wanted to sense, yes, you wanted to feel, one could say it, licet, takes the infinitive, which means one can or you're able to. 2. This opus, this work, which I am attacking or writing, was the optimum. It was a great great age, you might want to say, for this work. In casibus, things happen by fate. Atrocious battles, discordant rebellions, seditions. So it's a time full of many things happening, and even a savagery there was in Parque in peace times. There were 4 principals, 4 emperors who interrupted. They were died by ferro, which is iron. 3 civil wars, many external wars, and these are all generally all mixed up together. So having civil wars and external wars is not the best thing. There's prosperity in the east. There was adverse res, bad situations in the west, occidente. Illyricum was tabardumed, was confused, shaken up. Gaul was nutanting, it was tottering, you might want to say. Britain had been predominant, it had been dominated and tamed, and then Statim, immediately it had been lost. Amisso. Cohorta in nos, so in with the accusative means against us, so they rose against us. These gentes, these races, the Sarmatarums and the Suaborum, put them in English if you like. The Darkus, these are another people, what are they called in English? The Dacians or something. They became nobilitatis, they became well known in mutual disasters, so some went for Rome, some went against it. Mutual means different outcomes. There was mota, almost even, to arms by the Parthian people, by the ludibrio, the what do you call that? The not the games, but the trickery or something of a false Nero. But now Italy was with new cloudabuses, new types of disasters, or after a long series of ages, after a long time, it was afflicted with repeated types of disasters. So it got new disasters and repeated disasters, things that they were accustomed to. Cities were uprooted, overturned, and Horsta drawn out on the shores of fecund Campania. So Vesuvius destroyed the city and drew it in or whatever. The Urbs, this must be Rome itself, was vastarded. It was devastated by fires. What have we got? Ancient shrines were consumed. I don't know if you need that comma there. The capital of the city itself was insensate. It was burnt at the hands of citizens, civium. Pollude ceremonies. Ceremonies were polluted, some sort of disgrace. There were great adulteries. I'm guessing not just with the common plebs. I'm pretty sure that this was the sea. The sea was full of... Oh, there it is, mare. There, it's just there's no space. The sea was filled with exiles or something like that. People were escaping. Infecti the scopulae, the crags or rocks, were tainted with slaughter, so there were dead bodies on rocks, something like that. Atrocious in urbe savagery. So the savagery was more atrocious in the city itself, so I guess if you're in the countryside, you're better off. The nobility, the resources and wealth. Honours here. Honours lost and guests died, so guests died means done, so some honourable things were done, things were lost. It was as a crime, and because of virtues, if you did virtuous things, there was the most certain type of death for you, so I guess the city wasn't a good place to be. Okay, daily dictionary time. Suppedito, we saw if life suppedits, if life made it available when as required. Probably you can look it up in Lewis Short for a bunch of other things. Anyway, neither was there less premia, rewards of the delators, the informers, than as their scalera, their crimes, which are seen. So, if you informed on people, you got a reward, but these people were actually doing crimes. When some adepti obtained as their spoils, sacerdotia, these are priesthoods, and consulatus means they become consuls. So it's not good. Others were procurators, these are lesser magistrates, and power interior, they inside of the body politics or whatever, they had more power serving this, and they aggrunted, they conducted themselves, they turned everything. So they carried out everything and turned everything with hate and terror, in English as in Latin. So that's it for the day. The slaves were corrupted against their masters, the freed against their patrons, and to whoever was lacking, or if it was an enemy lacking to anyone, they were oppressed by their friends.